Yes, it's an underground sprinkler system for the lawns. The controls are very easy to operate.
Oh, that must be like an irrigation system on the ranch.
Right. Louise can show you how to work the controls.
Yes, ma'am.
It's very important that the lawns be kept watered, especially in this heat.
Oh, I'll sure see to that, and it'll keep your locusts down.
Locusts?
Yeah, grasshoppers. Well, maybe you don't have those kind of things in these parts, or any problem with them anyway.
No, I don't think so. But we have terrible trouble with the Japanese beetles.
Oh, I know how to get rid of those.
How?
Well, you go around and you take them off the leaves by hand and you dunk them in the kerosene.
Oh. Right. Well, I'm sure that Louise will be only too happy to give you that job.
I'm not squeamish about bugs.
Well, what about roses, Fred? Do you know how to take care of those?
Oh, yes, ma'am. I see you got some real Jim Dandies here.
Well, they're very old and they need to be pruned correctly.
Oh, I understand. Old Mrs. Murphy, she had a fine bunch of prize roses. I worked her spread back before Blaine was born. She taught me everything there was to know about roses.
I didn't know roses grew out west.
Well, it's not too easy with that sun, but it can be done, and we did it. And the last place that I worked, I grew a cotton garden for the missus and a vegetable garden with corn and beans and cucumbers and squash and carrots.
Well, it sounds like you're very experienced.
Well, I am, and that's why I told Ada that I'd be a whiz at this.
Good.
Mrs. Corey Brooks said you wanted to see me.
Yes, just a minute, Louise. Well, Fred, what do you think? Will you take the job?
Yes, ma'am, I sure would.
Good. Louise, this is our new gardener, Fred Ewing.
Hello, Fred. Welcome to the staff.
Well, thank you very kindly there, Louise. Miss Corey told me that you've been taking care of these gardens all by yourself.
I've had some help from the local nursery.
Well, I noticed how beautiful they were last spring.
You've seen the gardens before?
Yeah, at the wedding of Clarice and Larry.
Oh, well, then you must have met Louise then.
Well, I was so excited about the wedding, and I didn't take notice of much else, but I noticed the gardens.
It was Hanson who did most of the original plantings.
Hanson?
Yes, he was our original gardener.
I took over when Hanson left.
Oh, well, how did you handle the zinnias and the marigolds? You got to set them out fresh every year.
Oh, I had the nursery plant those along with some of the shrubs along the walkways.
Louise supervises the nurserymen when they come over to do the heavy work.
Oh, well, you're not going to be needing them anymore.
Well, she'll be supervising your work too, Fred.
Okay, whatever you say. Think it'd be okay if I go on out there to the gardens now? Take a look?
Certainly. Louise, would you show Mr. Ewing the gardens?
I'd be glad to. Shall we go out by way of the terrace?
Well, thank you. Lead the way. You know, this is one beautiful place.
I couldn't agree with you more.
You know, if the wind's blowing right this afternoon, I think we could set that meadow to burning.
Burning?
Burning?
Well, yeah, that's what we do in Wyoming. You see, when the top of it is barren like that, it's all played out. What you do is you burn the cover off it, and that'll make your soil rich, you see. That's the thing you do.
Don't worry, Louise. We won't let him burn the meadow. Hello.
Rachel?
Hello, Mac.
Well, don't sound so disappointed.
Look, if you're calling about visiting with Amanda, I'll get Louise and have her take the call.
Rachel, it's you I want to talk to.
Well, go ahead.
In person, if I may?
I don't think that's a good idea.
No, I'm sure you don't.
Well, why don't you say whatever it is you have to say on the phone?
Rachel, please don't be difficult.
Just tell me what you want, Mac.
Do you intend to divorce me through intermediaries?
What does that mean?
Why couldn't you come over and talk to me yourself instead of sending a lawyer over here?
Well, it seems to me divorces are usually handled by lawyers.
Rachel, I found it very unpleasant to walk into my office and be confronted by Jeff Stone.
You don't like Jeff?
You know I don't.
Well, I'm sorry I couldn't find a lawyer that you approve of.
Look, you're going to be at the house a while.
Why?
I'd like to stop by and talk to you.
Well, I have a lot of errands to run.
Well, when are you going to be back?
All right, Mac. I'll save you a trip and come over to the complex.
Thank you. I'll make it a point of being here.
Mahogany.
Oh. Thank you very much. It's not often that my authors give me works of art, except their manuscripts, of course.
Well, it's hardly up to some of the sculptures you have here.
I'm very fond of primitive art.
The natives used to do more when the elephants were plentiful.
You know, I didn't know there were elephants in Cambodia at all.
Well, unfortunately, there aren't as many as there used to be, Jamie.
Has Pat seen this?
No, she hasn't. I just went by her office and she wasn't there.
Oh, that's right. Liz said that she'd caught a virus.
Well, it's funny because I called her at home earlier and there was no answer.
Really? Well, maybe Jim's taking care of her at his place?
Who's Jim?
Oh, that's her father, Jim Matthews. But I wouldn't worry about her. She's a very self-reliant lady.
Well, perhaps I should stop working on the book while she's away.
I don't think that's necessary.
Well, she did speak to me about the overall outline.
You mean she had some questions about the chapters you showed her?
No. It was about the original outline, actually.
Oh, I see. Then it couldn't be anything major because she was very excited about that outline.
Well, still, I wouldn't want to do rewriting and then have to rewrite again. So
Yes.
I'd like to stop.
That's quite understandable.
Frank, I have some of Pat's notes here.
Yeah, I see them.
Sure. They're written right in the...
Yeah, I see right in the margin there. When did she give this to you?
A couple of days ago.
Did she say what you wanted?
No, she was going to tell me the next day, but then, of course, she caught the virus and couldn't come in.
Well, this one she's given me already.
What's that about?
She wants a stronger bridge between the opening chapter in New York and the skip to Cambodia.
Oh, yeah, I see.
This one I don't understand at all.
Well, maybe I can help you. Oh, I worked with Pat on several of her books now. Oh, I see. It's a descript. What she means is description.
Yeah.
See, you started this chapter with a description.
Oh, I see.
And the next one. See, Pat has a thing about varying chapter openings.
Yeah, I see. What she doesn't want is two chapters in a row to both have descriptive passages.
Right. She thinks it's a trap that writers fall into.
Well, I think it sets a mood, Jamie.
Oh, I know. I'm just telling you what Pat thinks.
Probably you should discuss that with Pat herself.
Sure, I will.
Rachel.
Hello, Mac.
Hi.
Hi.
Rachel, this is Frank Lansing. Frank, this is my wife, Rachel Corey. Frank is one of our newest writers. He's doing a novel based on his experiences as a war correspondent in Southeast Asia.
Hello.
Hello.
Mac, why don't Frank and I finish this up in my office?
Oh, would that be all right with you?
That's fine with me.
Thank you very much again for the coffee.
Hey, my pleasure. Goodbye, man.
Well, I'll see you, Mom.
Okay, darling.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Why are you closing the door?
I don't want Liz to overhear, so she should come back to her office.
Well, okay, why did you insist that I come over and see you in person?
Oh, don't act naive.
I'm not acting anything.
What's the idea of springing this divorce on me so suddenly?
Oh, please, Mac, we've talked about nothing else for months.
Well, talking and sending a lawyer over to see me are two entirely different things,
I
you know.
didn't send Jeff over to see you.
Well, he certainly didn't come over here to talk about old times. I understood you had engaged him as your lawyer.
That's right.
Well, then isn't it academic to say that you didn't specifically send him over this time?
Why does it bother you so much? that he
Because
came
it's
over?
unnecessary.
I
that's
don't think so. I want a very fair property settlement.
Oh, you think I won't give you that unless you have a slick lawyer?
Spare me the characterizations.
He is going to cause trouble between us.
I don't think so. He's going to keep me from having any more trouble.
Rachel, why is the property settlement suddenly so important to you?
It's the last thing we have to iron out.
So then you'll be through with me.
I told you the other day I'm not concentrating on you and me right now. I'm more concerned about Jamie and Amanda.
Well, exactly what kind of settlement is it you want?
Well, I think that Jeff and Brian can go over that.
I don't want Jeff and Brian to go over that. I want us to go over that.
Well, that's not possible.
Why not?
Because it's apt to become unpleasant.
Well, you are the one that's making it so unpleasant.
You don't have to raise your voice to me and talk about making
You
things
know how
unpleasant.
you exasperate me.
Look, I'll tell you one more time. I will not have Janice disinheriting Jamie and Amanda.
Janice isn't the least bit interested in disinheriting anybody.
Isn't she?
Will you please stop implying that all she's after is my money?
I didn't say that was all she was after.
You're going to push me too far, you know, one of these
You're
days.
just lucky that I haven't named her as correspondent in this divorce.
Now, that's a threat?
You bet it is. And I'll follow through on it if you make this settlement difficult for me. Hello, Frank.
Hi, Liz.
Does Mac know you're here?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, didn't you have an appointment with him this morning?
Yeah, we already had our meeting.
Oh, I see.
I was over at Jamie's office, and we were going over some notes on my outline.
Jamie? Frank Pat is your editor?
Yeah, I know, but she's been out for the last couple of days.
Oh, that's right. She's out sick. Yes.
Is she all right, do you think?
Oh, yes. I'm sure she's just a little run down. You know, she works herself much too hard.
Do you think so?
Oh, I'm sure of it. And you know, the reason she works too hard is because she's lonely. If anyone were to ask me what the best medicine for Pat would be, I would tell them just a little companionship.
Oh, yeah. Well, Jamie also said that she's been putting in a lot of overtime working on several books.
Well, if you've already seen Mac, what are you doing here?
There was something I forgot to discuss with him.
Oh, did you not?
No, I didn't want to bother him while he had someone in there.
Oh, you want me to vote?
No, that's all right. I'll wait.
Yes, well, it's probably just as well. When Mac's with Janice Frame, he bites my head off if I disturb them.
Janice is working with Pat on the magazine, isn't she?
That's right.
Listen, where'd you get that coffee?
Huh? We have our own coffee pot just down the hall. Would you like some?
I'd love some if it's no trouble.
Oh, it's no trouble at all. How do you like it?
Black, please.
And with no sugar.
You remember it.
Yes.
No sugar.
We have some new published books. Make
Okay.
yourself comfortable. I'll be
Thank
right
you.
back.
Thank you.
I thought you left.
I come back. I want to see you.
So, now you see me.
I'm sorry about yesterday.
Forget it.
I was hoping that it wasn't true that you didn't want to see me again.
I'm surprised that matters to you.
It does.
Why?
Because I think we have a lot in common. And I was looking forward to getting it together again.
Hi, Frank.
Hi, Janice.
He's alone, Janice. You might as well go in.
Thank you.
How about coming over?
Yes,
We could go riding.
I'd like that very much.
Here, just put your sand down here. Okay? Take the pan up. We'll put him over here. The other side. Yeah.
Miss goes.
Yeah. Oops. Well, I'll get some water for the horses.
What's your hurry?
Well, we rode them pretty hard. They need to be washed off.
Great.
Won't take a minute.
Hey, you afraid to be alone with me?
You want me to be?
No.
Then why'd you bring it up?
I was just remembering what happened the last time we were here.
I see.
Why won't you look at me?
Is that better?
Much.
Now what?
Well, I am not in the habit of kissing women unless I know they want to be kissed.
Are you implying I wanted to be kissed the other day?
Am I wrong?